Spiritual Life Center, transforming lives as we love, serve, and remember who we are. One heart, one mind, one soul at a time.
Hello, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Outdoor Experience. This is your band, Soul Light Connection, and we figured out a way to get together, social distance, and play some music for you. So I hope you sing along.
You're in the right place at the right time, just where you were meant to be. Let's sing about it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. In the right place. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh my soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I just want you to take your hand and put it on your heart. We're sending you this loving energy. Send it back. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I am meant to be. Oh my soul is welcome here. Oh my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Oh my soul is welcome. Oh my soul is my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. I'm getting the message. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Come on, Josh. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome.
Well, good morning, and welcome to our Sunday celebration service that we bring to you wherever you might be today on the planet. We're grateful for your presence and know we are always one in the Spirit. And in that awareness of our oneness with each other in the presence, let us commune in prayer for a moment. Divine Presence, it is within you that we live and move and have our very beingness in. We remain open and receptive to accept all the good that is being sent to us. We keep our attention high. We keep our vibration in tune with peace and love and joy and wisdom and all that is good and perfect. And as we make that the activity of our awareness and embody that in our life, then our life begins to unfold in magnificent ways. Not only do we benefit, but we serve as an upliftment for our community and our world. For this we are grateful and thankful. So it is, and so we let it be. Amen. I'd like to have you join in and affirm our 5 unity principles. Embody these ideas in the event that someone asks you, you can affirm that this is what unity believes in. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
We're happy to introduce our new podcast, Discovering Spirit Within. It premieres Wednesday, September 2nd. In our first episode, we will talk with Sherry Rain about the power of prayer. Sherry is SLC's prayer chaplain coordinator, and together we will explore the process and results of positive prayer. Discovering Spirit Within premieres on your favorite podcast app this Wednesday, and you can find out more at slcworld.org/online. Come listen and discover ways to expand or start your personal prayer practice. Faith in Action is on the horizon, and we're looking for hosts and facilitators for our small groups. Faith in Action will be meeting on Zoom this year, so you don't even have to clean your house. For those of you who are new to Zoom, we will provide some assistance in learning how to host a Zoom meeting. So you can sign up to be a host or a facilitator at slcworld.org/faith-in-action. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, SLC family. This is JG, one of your board members, and I'm here to talk about some exciting news. As you know, our theme here at SLC this year for 2020 is cultivating community. And that's what this is all about, is coming together, especially during these times. We've had to come up with a lot of creative ways to get to you. I'm really excited to announce our first annual virtual town hall meeting. Now, in this meeting, we're going to not only look at our financial status, but we're going to also roll out the Evolutionary Council and our mighty networks and our membership model, our new membership model, and also our heart-to-heart connections. This is the time for us to really get together and see each other and be with each other and sing with each other. We're going to have Karen Drucker. We're going to have a little sing-along. And so we really want you to go to our website, slcworld.org, click on it, and the rest of the information is there, and we'll register you and then send you a link for our Zoom meeting so that we can all Zoom together. Hope to see you there. Now, don't forget the date. It's this Sunday, August 30th, from 1 to 2:30 p.m.
Spiritual Life Center is also pleased to host Esther Nicholson, author, speaker, and award-winning vocalist. Esther will be our guest speaker on September 27th, and then she also brings us her workshop, The Healing Code of Forgiveness, Freedom from Racial Trauma. And this is what Esther says about her workshop. When we have suffered from abuse or trauma of any sort, forgiveness can be extremely challenging. And when we have suffered from generational, ancestral, and the systemic trauma of racism, true forgiveness seems impossible. But it's not impossible. The Healing Code of Forgiveness guides us through a process of becoming aware of, dismantling, and disinstalling unconscious programs of racism, trauma, shame, and duality. In order to heal the trauma of racism, we must be transformed by the renewing of our minds. We must go back to the beginning and remember who we are and who we were created to be. The code supports that renewal. You can find all the details on our website, slcworld.org. Now, please remember to submit your nominations for our 2021 Giving Partners. The committee is accepting nominations through the end of September. And we love to greet our newcomers. And while we cannot greet you in person, we want you to know that we are very happy that you are with us today as you walk your unique path. You can learn more about us by going to slcworld.org/connect. And when you fill out the online card, you can choose to receive our weekly message, find opportunities for connecting with our prayer chaplains and online small groups, and also be notified of greater ways to connect with us virtually as we expand our online community. Thank you for joining us today. It is an honor to share our service with you.
Aloha.
Wait, I have to lean to the side. Hi.
This is,
Kaya.
and this is
Izzy.
Kai and Izzy, and we're going to lead you in coming together, and you're going to follow the kids. See this guy? And she
Yeah.
might dance and sing too. So thank you for having us. Here we go. I got love.
I got love.
I got peace.
I got peace.
I got joy.
I got
Flowing
joy.
like a river. I got love.
I got love.
I got peace.
I got peace.
I got joy.
I got
Flowing like a river. One heart.
one heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one
Flowing
love.
like a river. I got hope.
Got hope.
I got strength.
I got strength.
I got faith.
I got faith.
Every mountain. I got hope.
I got hope.
I got strength.
I got strength.
I got faith.
I got
To move
faith.
every mountain. One heart.
One heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one
To move
man.
every mountain. I got you.
I got you.
I got me.
I got me.
I got us.
I got us.
Coming together. Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
I got me.
I got me.
I got
I
us.
got
Coming together. One heart.
one heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one
Coming together. You know we're coming together.
coming together,
Coming together.
coming together,
Oh, coming together.
coming together,
You know we're coming together.
coming together.
Oh, one heart.
One heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one love.
Coming together. I got you.
I got you.
I got me.
I got me.
I got us.
I got
Coming together. Yeah, I got you.
I got you.
I got me.
I got me.
I got
I
us.
got
Coming together. One heart. One mind.
one man,
One love.
one love.
Coming together. One heart. One heart.
One heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one love.
Coming together. One heart.
One heart,
One mind.
one man,
One love.
one love.
Coming together. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yay!
Oh, my gosh. Thank you, God. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Izzy, say bye.
Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions. Weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom, we cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet.
I am here and now. I have everything I need. I am safe and sound. Breathing in love and peace. I am here and now. I am here and now. I have everything I need. I am safe and sound, breathing in love and peace. So we want to take a deep breath in and out. And know that right here, right now, we are safe. We have everything we need. We are perfect and whole. We breathe in that peace. We breathe in that love. And we know that right where we are that love. So I want you to take that feeling in, this feeling of groundedness, centeredness, and take in more words, this truth about you. Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God standing strong. Where I breathe, God's breathing life in and out and through.
close my eyes, I open my heart, I take a deep breath, let the healing start. I lift my hands, I plant my feet, I let love in, I feel the beats that's calling, calling, calling us to rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. I read in my soul, I clear my mind, I'm here and now, in present time. I feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighted up the dark. Oh, we rise as one. Oh, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Oh, rise, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise in me. I sing to you, you sing to me. Change up this noise, make sweet harmony. Come on and rise, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Oh, rise, yes, rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise in me. Heart to heart, hand in hand, no turning back, onward to promised land. Do you feel the power of 1,000 suns, lighted up the dark? Oh, we rise as one. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling, that's why we came. Love's calling, calling out your name. Love's calling, it's why we came. Come on and rise, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me. Oh, rise, yeah, oh rise, Spirit, rise up, rise in me, rise in me.
It's such a gift to have Faith Rivera's music with us today, and thank you, Paula, for bringing her to us. Myth has it that there's an ancient curse that says, "May you live in interesting times." Now, we may laugh at that, but right now there are a lot of people who are taking this idea very seriously. Comments on Insta Tweetbook are calling for the end of 2020 as if the year itself is responsible for our challenges. It is natural, I think, that we are wanting some sort of magical solutions and answers because in the face of viruses and hurricanes and forest fires, we feel like we have lost control of our lives. We feel powerless. Thus, we talk about everything that is wrong with the world and make up ways to change and fix it. But here's the thing. The more we focus on something, the more we complain about it, the longer we get to keep it. Richard Bach makes this really clear in a scene from his book, Illusions. There are two characters in this book, Donald William Shimoda, a Messiah who has resigned from being Messiah. Richard, a barnstorming pilot who becomes his reluctant student. In the scene, Donald is teaching Richard how to dissolve clouds. The afternoon was quiet, an occasional passenger now and then. Time between, I practiced vaporizing clouds. I've been a flight instructor, and I know that students always make easy things hard. I do know better, yet there was I, a student again, frowning fiercely at my cumulus clouds. I needed more teaching for once than practice. Shimoda was stretched out under the fleet's wing, pretending to be asleep. I kicked him softly on the arm, and he opened his eyes. I can't do it, I said. Yes, you can, he said, and closed his eyes again. Don, I've tried. Just when I think something's happening, the cloud strikes back and goes poofing up bigger than ever. He sighed and sat up. Pick me a cloud. An easy one, please. I chose the biggest, meanest cloud in the sky, 3,000 feet tall, bursting up white smoke from hell. The one over the silo, yonder, I said. The one that's going black now. He looked at me in silence. Why is it you hate me? It's because I like you, Don, that I ask these things. I smiled. You need challenge. If you'd rather, I could pick something smaller. He sighed again and turned back to the sky. I'll try. Now, which one? I looked, and the cloud, the monster with its 1,000,000 tons of rain, was gone. Just an ungainly blue sky hole where it had been. Yike, I said quietly. A job worth doing, he quoted. No, much as I would like to accept the praise which you heap upon me, I must tell you in all honesty, it's easy. He pointed to a little puff of cloud overhead. There, your turn. Ready? Go. I looked up at the wisp of a thing and looked back at me. I thought it gone, thought an empty place where it was, poured visions of heat rays up at it, asked it to reappear somewhere else, and slowly, in 1, in 5, in 7 minutes, the cloud was at least gone. Other clouds got bigger. Mine went away. You're not very fast, are you? He said. This was my first time. I'm just beginning. I'm up against the impossible. Well, the improbable. And all you can do is to think I wasn't very fast. I was brilliant, and you know it. Amazing. You were so attached to it, and yet it disappeared for you. Attached? I was walking the cloud with everything I had. Fireballs, laser beams, fake vacuums. Negative attachments, Richard. If you really want to remove a cloud from your life, you do not make a big production out of it. You just relax and remove it from your thinking. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Just let go of your negative attachment, and there you go, all done. And yeah, if that were easy, I'd be out of a job. If letting go of the negative attachment isn't that easy, how do we do it? We know that spiritual bypass doesn't work. We can't just say, okay, everything is hunky-dory and bury our feelings and frustrations. Yet here I am telling you that if we keep going on and on about the awfuls that are happening, we get to keep them. And then we wonder why we're so confused. So I decided that rather than telling you what to do, I would give you an example of how a group of people changed their thinking, show you what the process was in the hope that it will help you figure out your own process. Many of you know that I facilitate a Thursday morning discussion group. We call it Spiritual Exploration. For a long time, we talked about whatever topic came off the top of my head that morning. But at the beginning of 2018, I suggested that we take a look at the Lord's Prayer. Now, the response to that was really interesting because some people thought, what a great idea. And others, the ones who had come out of very traditional churches, weren't really sure. And you really didn't look like they were very interested. Now, keep in mind that I thought we would just spend a couple of 3 weeks looking at this prayer, talking about the language, and then move on. And my intention went no farther than that. So we started talking about the first line of the Lord's Prayer. And I put the first sentence on the board, and we started talking about what each word meant to us. Well, the board filled up pretty quickly, and by the end of the session, we discovered that we had created an entirely new sentence. So each week, we took on just one line of the prayer. And you know, the prayer isn't that long, but it took us 4 months to work through it because we ended up rewriting it. Now, we didn't rewrite the Lord's Prayer because there was anything wrong with it at all. We created a new version after long, deep discussions about the language and what it meant to each one of us. We had to agree on a word that worked for all of us, and then we had to agree on the entire sentence. And sometimes we had to defer to the next week so we could think up a certain phrase. And sometimes there were a couple of ones that we deferred to the very end. As we worked through this project, we became aware of our training and experiences with traditional religion and how that colored our perception of this simple but powerful prayer. At least 4 of our members came out of that deep traditional system where prayer was something you said over and over again as an obligation, and it ceased to have any meaning. And for some, it never had any meaning because it was just something that you did. I have to tell you that these 4 months were some of the most satisfying in my life because as the group talked and listened and talked, people transformed right in front of me. I got to watch as eyes lit up when some new interpretation hit a person. I saw enthusiasm for connecting with the prayer. I saw joy where there had been duty. It was amazing, especially in the face of the hardened resistance and negativity that some people started with. So this makes a perfect way to show you how a perspective can be changed. So here we go. As I said, I would write a line of prayer on the board, and then we would substitute words that we felt conveyed the meaning in a more accessible way. Our Father who art in heaven. Now this carried a lot of parental and God on a throne on a cloud energy, and it also implied an external God. So taking our unity principle that God is love and within us, the group decided that this is an inward prayer, and this gave us the opening line of, "Oh, our beloved within." Hallowed be thy name was pretty easy. They just went with more modern language and said, "Blessed be our name." Thy kingdom come. Well, since we decided that our beloved is within us, then the kingdom will come from us. So we have inner light shine forth. Thy will be done. Okay, this took a lot of discussion. What is the will of God? Do we have choices? Are we just supposed to sit back and not do anything? Once we motored through all the implications, we ended up with divine intention manifest. And I especially like this new line because it acknowledges that we are co-creators. In earth as it is in heaven. We decided that the external world was earth and our internal world is heaven. And we agreed that whatever goes on inside of us is what manifests in our lives. So we were very simple with within and without. Give us our daily bread. That gave us the idea of continued sustenance and support overall. So we chose, we are blessed always with awareness and abundance. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Okay, this was a big discussion as you might expect, but the outcome was elegant and simple. We forgive others as we forgive ourselves. The idea of forgiving ourselves first was a breakthrough for many people in the group. Leave us not in temptation. Since we didn't even consider the older leave us in temptation, this one was pretty easy. We agreed that temptation is a fact of life, and most of us will go there. So we went simply with, we do not stay in temptation. Deliver us from evil. Well, naturally, we had a deep discussion about evil, but finally decided that in this case, we were talking about being overcome with fear. And so it became, we release ourselves from fear, we return to love. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever became another internal affirmation. We live in light, love, and glory. So when you say the whole prayer, this is what it sounds like. Our beloved within, blessed be our name. Inner light shine forth, divine intention manifest within and without. We are blessed always with awareness and abundance. We forgive ourselves and others. We do not stay in temptation. We release ourselves from fear. We return to love. We live in light, love, and glory. Amen. Now, the process of developing this take on the Lord's Prayer changed the way everyone in the group related not only to the prayer, but with their inner selves and with each other. You will notice that there is no me, I, or you. There is only we and our in this prayer. Because as this group opened to the activity of spirit, they realized that they were getting in touch with the concept of the one. The Lord's Prayer is and always has been an affirmative prayer, but because of the language and negative exposure to it, not everyone can see it that way. We aren't the first to revision it, and we won't be the last. In fact, when we get into Faith in Action, we will find that Eric Butterworth has his own version. The real message here is that the words we use are of utmost importance. When someone looked at the traditional version, they did not relate to it. When we chose new, more modern words, words that resonated, there was connection, eyes lit up. Emma Curtis Hawkins would have us hold the high watch. To her, that meant keeping your eye on the higher vibrations, on your perception of God. It means not saying how awful and horrible things are. It means using words that acknowledge the challenges we face right now, but not wallowing and being so attached that you get to keep it forever. It doesn't mean ignoring the material world. It does mean raising your vibration to meet spirit. And when you are meeting spirit, you'll change, and when you are meeting spirit, you change, and then your world changes. Reverend Cherie Larkin said something really profound to me just a few days ago. She said, I can't cure COVID. I can't fix the political divide. I can't put out the fires or stop hurricanes. I can't stop racism. But I can set my consciousness to the highest vibration, and that vibration will get to the next person catches it, and then the next person, until that high vibration makes its way into the collective consciousness, and the person who can find the cure, make peace, change perceptions, catch the wave, and does their part. It starts with you. It starts with the vibration of your thoughts and your words. Your words vibrate out into the ethers, and they never stop. So in a sense, what you say is forever. Each of us is a vibration that affects the collective consciousness. We are a vital part of that collective. Just as a grain of sand is a part of the beach, as a drop of water in the ocean. And tell me, please, which drop of water will the ocean not miss, and exactly which grain of sand can the shore do without? The answer is every drop is known and felt. Every grain of sand supports other grains of sand. It is known and felt. Every consciousness is known and felt. Your consciousness is important, especially now. The prayer we developed is a wonderful example of holding the high watch because we change the vibration to meet today's needs. It directs your thoughts upwards. It looks down and acknowledges the world and then looks right back up again. I encourage you to discover your own way of holding the high watch, of dissolving clouds, of changing your words, changing how you see this world. It may take practice. It may take having challenging conversations with yourself. It may cause you to drop an old belief system, and it may very well lead you to seeing the world in a completely different light. I invite you to hold the high watch as much as you can and to become that grain of sand that catches the light and sparkles for all the world to see. Blessings, and may the joys of the world go with you.
Well, thank you for being part of our service today. As Reverend Deborah reminds us to hold the high watch. And as we do, good things happen. Next Sunday, my talk is Dance to the Soundless Music. The music presentations will be by Ann Roach, Laree Shiflett, and Soul Light Connection. Don't miss it. It will be an experience to remember. At this time, it's your opportunity to help Spiritual Life Center continue to provide these spiritual experiences, not only for you, for all those who want to be part of this experience. And not only what we do on Sunday, but also our Wednesday program, as well as prayer and meditation classes, as well as the other experiences that take place throughout the week. So I invite you to support Spiritual Life Center with your donation or your gift, and to give what you can. It makes a tremendous difference and is highly appreciated, and we thank you in advance. You can give by texting SLC Love to 44321. That's SLC Love to 44321. Or go to our website, slcworld.org, click the Donate tab, and give in other ways, including by mail. And with that, I invite you to join in consciousness as I say our offertory blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
Something great is happening. Love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. one voice, one heart, one word. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of the new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of the new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's a moment for our greatness. Let's stand together. Now, everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Everybody, let's stand. Everybody, let's stand together. Let's stand together now. Everybody, let's stand together. Thank you, guys.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Spiritual